That'll do. That'll do. Sorry, as always. Dear me. Dear me, dear me. Right. What problems are we having tonight? Disconnected. Let's see if it's working. Let's see if it's working. Right. I know that you guys are a few, like 30 seconds behind or something. Apparently it went off and came back on again. Apparently the stream's dropping. It's probably something to do with the frame rate. I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue regardless. Hello, thanks for coming. Welcome to hammering on about guitar lessons. So we were asking in the poll yesterday the most effective method of learning you've had. Not how you learnt guitar, but what's been the most effective method in your guitar playing journey, progress wise. Most effective. So this is all in relation to Friday's video, which is a round table discussion, which will be a premiere. I'm going to tell you all about this soon, but it's myself, Mr. John Robson and Mr. John Wines, the old grey guitarist. 3 guitar teachers, 3 questions, and yeah, I'll tell you all about that later on. Quickly, just before I say hello to everybody, hello if you're watching on catch up, and given the topic, if you're watching on catch up, chuck in the comments of the main section of the video favourite guitar YouTube teachers, YouTube guitar teachers. Who's your favourites? So of course we're speaking to 2 of them tomorrow. A wee bit of that, we'll figure it out. So what I'm going to tell you about the format, the weekly format of the show, because I know a lot of you have never heard of it before. Every Wednesday, apparently it's went off again. The stream, let's see, is the stream went off again? What's happening now? What is it now? This is telling me that the stream isn't working. Let me know if the stream's working or not. Right, anyway, so here's what happens. Every Wednesday, I do a community poll post. Looks like this. And we vote on something guitar related. And then tonight, Thursdays at 7:30 PM, we talk about this poll and other things. And I'm going to sneeze. Thank you. Sorry, we'll talk about the poll, and then on Friday we do a regular video. Oh, wait a minute, I can show you Friday's video. Wait a minute, I can't show you camera angles though. How do you do cameras? That one, yeah, here we go. So what's going to happen on Friday is this. There you go. There's the teachers. That guy there, that's some guy. And then over there, that's another guy. And then that's John Robson. But that's the old grey guitarist. So 3 guitar teachers, that's what's going to be happening on Friday. And I keep showing you my belly by accident. Right, okay. So let's get in and say hello. That's what happens on the channel. One more time. Wednesday, poll. Thursday, live stream. This is it. Friday, video, hopefully related in topic to the poll. And right. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming. Sorry, I'm stressing again. We'll figure it out. Jed Ellis, how you doing, mate? Thanks for coming. You're first in. Paul Taylor's in. John Oakley, how you doing, pal? Check out the channel, John Oakley Music. Great stuff. He's also just started live streaming as well. Enjoyed your live stream the other week, mate. Another day, sorry. Me, myself, and I from Germany is here. Thanks for coming, mate. Peter Collins is in. Robbie F is in. Scott Bogfoot is in. Relax and Meditation. How you doing, mate? Thanks for coming. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Who else have we got here? Great, everybody's chatting. I love it. Cal B, did we say hello to you? Maybe not, but hello to you, Cal. How you doing, mate? Richard Sheehan's in. How you doing? Dinger63 for Dundee. Mick Marshall, how you doing, mate? Sorry if I'm repeating people, I'm terrible memory thing. Search for Tones in, how you doing, mate? Another great channel there, check them out. And Scott Bogfoot, of course, has a channel too. Check them out. John Channing's in, how you doing, mate? Maria Muggs Davies, how you doing, Muggs? Thanks for coming. Gary Westcott, hello, mate. Thanks for coming, pal. Al Lindsay's Gear Safari, another channel there. Guitar Quackery, another great channel. All the channels are here. Thanks for coming, gentlemen. Channels and non-channels alike. Check out, of course, the Lamb, who's right down there. Lamb's live stream every Monday night. Awesome times. Sorry, I missed it the past couple of weeks, mate. I'll need to get myself back into it. But love the Lamb's live streams, it's the best. Richard Clark, did we say hello already? Maybe. Hello again. Anton's in. How you doing, mate? Thanks for coming. Everybody's chatting. Fretful Barris is in. How you doing? Thanks for coming. Caught up with everybody that's here. Right, what we're getting here? Relax meditation, keeps freezing. Right. Lammy, what do I do? The lamb's a professional. Right, I don't know if there's anything to do. Ah, there's my sisters in the house. Cassidy, hiya Cassidy face. Hello there, how you doing? Oh, she's a mod as well. She's a professional mod over on the TikTok. But yeah, feel free to mod away here. Johnny D's in. How you doing, mate? Thanks for coming. There we go. Right, I don't know what to do about the stream. Settings maybe. Let's see what we can do about the settings. Bear with me. Maybe nothing at this point. No, I don't want to disconnect. It looks like I can't edit things. So that's not good, can I? I maybe can't edit the stream that I'm on. I'll probably have to end it. I'm not going to do it. We're just going to have to fight through it. I'm sorry. I changed some things. So what I changed was last week my other camera was glitching, and then I got it to come back on, and then my mic stopped working for the stream last week. So because I've been using one of these, hold on, can I show you? Hope so. Oh, tripped over the cable, that's not professional. Yep. Okay, here we go. I've been using one of these. Oh, and I just hit myself on the eye there. A USB hub, right? But apparently, if you've got too many things plugged in, your PC struggles and doesn't like it. So, Black Friday and all that jazz, I got a powered USB hub that looks pretty much exactly the same, but it's powered. So apparently that takes a bit of the stress off of the machine or something. So I've tried that out and I've re-plugged everything in again, and the mic wasn't working earlier, but it's working now. And then what stopped working? Well, now we're getting this. We're getting glitchy stream stuff now. So I'm sorry, but you can't. I've not really recovered after the PC died. Also in terms of content, let's start talking about guitar lessons. Is anybody talking about them? Right. John Oakley says we're all still learning, mate, and we always will be. It's a never-ending journey. Well, you're right, mate. So it should be. If you're doing it right, that's what you should be feeling. You should never be satisfied with your guitar progress playing. Or maybe you should, I don't know. Relax meditation. Hi Steve, hope you're doing great. Looking forward to a great video tonight. I hope so, mate. I'll do my best. Sorry, I was in the huff last week, and we're getting a wee bit of the same way this week. I don't know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, bear with me. I'm going to try and fix this, right? The stream might end, but I'm going to try and fix it. Right, does it tell me how to fix it? It's giving me an error, but it's not telling me how to fix it. It's to do with the YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. So what do I need to do? Where's the lamb? Where are you, Lammy? The lamb is a professional streamer. You can hear the panic. Yep. Okay. Right. I'll leave it. Wait a minute. What does this mean? I don't know what any of this stuff means or how to change it. Right. We're just going to go with it. We'll continue. Right. We're talking about learning guitar. Sorry. Again, it looks like this is another wash. Apologies. I'll try and fix it. Right. Here we go. Cal B, the badge student has arrived. Time to disrupt the class. Is that me? Terrible. Richard Sheehan's in for Chile Leicester. Thanks for coming, mate. Right, this is all the people who are in. Let's get into talking about some guitar lessons. Right. Who's talking about guitar lessons? There we go. Relax meditation. The best online guitar tutor is Ricky Kominski. Awesome. I'll need to check him out. I think I recognise that name, and I'm guessing I would probably recognise a thumbnail if I've seen one as well, but I can't put the two together. So there you go. Anybody else recommend Ricky Kominski? I'll need to check him out. Who else have we got? Maria Muggs Davies. You started your journey playing the guitar 9 months ago. The adventure is ongoing and I love learning new stuff. It's awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. How awesome is that? It's great. Someone new, a new player in the house. We've got experienced people, we've got ex-professionals, current professionals, and everything in between. Brilliant. Love to see it. Robbie F, you've been self-taught for 3 years now. I think I need to find a teacher next year to get past the chord slash scale slash triad drop I find myself in. See, here's the thing, it's so hard to diagnose, I think, where someone's at. Yeah, those are sort of my favourite lessons to do as a teacher myself, is when you get someone who's like yourself, Robbie, someone who's been at it for a long time, and first time you see them, you just got to figure out where they're at, because most of us do in fact, if we go to the poll, we'll go to the poll later, a lot of us do the YouTube learning thing, because it's so, what do you call it? That's my opinion. Where was I going with that? But yeah, that's it. The problem is that because we go to a lot of different places to learn stuff, we'll get what I like to call fragmented learning. So you've got these little bits and pieces of things. It's like sort of a jumbled up jigsaw, and then you need to find out what the person knows and then see what it, basically you need to give them the glue, because that's how you complete jigsaws, in case anybody wasn't sure. If you ever get stuck on a jigsaw, just get a big massive tube of super glue out and just stick it all together. That's how I do it anyway. Right, sorry, I don't know how I got into that. Richard Sheehan, YouTube tutors you've been using is Robert Baker, yes, Rhett Shull, and Corey Congilo. Right, so I know the name Corey Congilo. I can't think who he is. I know he's a big channel. I know Rhett Shull's a big channel as well, but I didn't know Rhett did a lot of tuition stuff. Maybe he does. But Robert Baker, yes, I've seen a lot of his stuff. Very good. Gary Westcott, your most effective method is getting actual guitar teacher who remembers that I'm blind and doesn't ever say, see what I'm doing, and his YouTube channel is good as well. It's Anthony... What? Right, hold on. Most effective method is getting an actual guitar teacher who remembers that I'm blind and doesn't ever say, see what I'm doing, and his YouTube channel is good. Alright, so that's a person that has a YouTube channel that you actually go to in real life as well. I've just got a thing on the side there saying that the stream status is now excellent. Apparently it's an excellent connection now. How could it go from like poor to excellent? And I've done nothing. I don't know, sorry. Anyway mate, Gary Westcott, Anthony Couch, I don't know if you're saying that that's good or not. Hopefully it is. Good on them. I'm assuming a lot of people have left because of the condition of the stream. Sorry if you have. I promise next week it'll probably be worse. Chris McKean Music is in. How you doing, mate? Oh, wait a minute. We need to make Chris a mod. Chris is actually one of my guitar teachers. I've had loads of guitar teachers. Chris is an absolutely phenomenal player. In fact, wait a minute. I'm trying to make you a mod first. There we go. Add as a moderator. Done. Excellent. Yeah. So Chris, absolutely fantastic player. So yeah, he's a teacher as well, and he plays out. But if anybody's into the, sorry, Chris, you might not like me saying this, making this comparison, but if you're into the McRocklin stuff, the Thomas McRocklin, the sort of synthwave guitar thing, the kind of thing that I'm trying to rip off poorly, Chris does like a better job of this than anybody. His stuff might be better than McRocklin. It's so good. Check it out. Check out his tunes are amazing. Great stuff, Chris. Thanks for coming, mate. Carrying on. Right. Me, myself and I, some USB hubs have an extra power plug to supply enough power. Yeah, that's exactly what I got, mate. Sorry, I probably shouldn't have made that more clear. That one that I got at the hub has the power supply to power it, yes. Anywho, Cal B, the only thing you shred is wheat. Love it, mate. This is why you're essential here. You're required. Good that people can hear us. We're buffering a bit. Sorry about all that stuff. Paul Taylor, John Robson Guitar is my home for content-free guitar lessons. The guy is like having a mate down the pub who shows you the easy way to get your head around concepts. That's exactly it, isn't it? Yeah, that's what I love about John's channel as well. Just so down to earth. That's it. That's what you want. Stuff, and that's what he says, I think, in the blurb of his book. No jargons, just like plain English. That's what he said. I have to admit, I've never checked out his book. I'm sorry, but I feel like it would be good stuff, just going by watching the tutorials that he's done on his channel. Anywho, but what else is he saying, Paul? You also love Anyone Can Play Guitar for all the great run-throughs of unusual and punk indie songs with tabs, etc. I'm not familiar with that one, but speaking of unusual songs, Dunzy's Guitar World. He's done some unusual covers. One that actually saved my skin recently. It was an Alex Harvey band tune. Can't remember what it was called, but I was really struggling with a count on something. And I was trying to teach it in a lesson, and Dunzy'd figured it out. Saved my skin, saved the lesson. Good on you, Dunzy. Cal B, when you began, you used GCH Guitar Academy on YouTube. He caters to lefties. Oh, you mentioned him before, yeah. I'm not familiar with him, but you were saying that he flips around the screen. No, he doesn't. He just, or I don't know if he said he flips around the screen or not, but he basically did a mirror thing for lefties. If anybody's got a lesson channel out there, right, this is a great idea that sort of Cal gave me the idea for. So with Cal being a lefty, I don't know, what's the percentage of lefty players out there? Who knows? If you do a lesson, just like re-edit your video with this demonstration visual part flipped round, put it on a second channel for lefty guitar players, lefty tutorial channel. You might, I mean, I don't know if anybody else is doing it, so that could be the channel that cleans up for lefty tutorials. I thought about doing it. No, never really. Anyway, where are we at? Anton also saying Ricky Kamitsky is great. His book is very easy to follow and he does weekly live stream lessons. I bet I know who that is. I just can't think off the top of my head. Name definitely rings a bell. You know what? I don't watch a lot of tutorial content. That's a problem. I watch mainly gear reviews. What can I buy? What can I buy? Speaking of buying stuff, right? I know it's Black Friday tomorrow, but what I want to show you is not my belly again. I want to show you this. Not that. I want to show you this. My pals at Kenny's Music. Look at what they're doing. Green Friday. Right, here's an alternative for you. If you're sick of all the Black Friday, buy, me. Not me, but you know what I mean. Buy, consumerism stuff. Look at this alternative here. I'm loving this. Green Friday at Kenny's, right? Buy one, get one tree. Any online purchase, they're going to plant a tree. And it tells you down here, this doesn't update live, by the way, because they're saying there, I think they just started it a couple of days ago, 363 trees planted already, and it's any online purchase. They probably won't like me saying this, but they said even if you buy a pack of strings, they're going to plant a tree. But yeah, this has apparently doubled since I was in there yesterday. And yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I'm totally down with that. That's right up my street. So I will more than likely be making a purchase of something. I don't know what, but that's tomorrow that that's on. So Green Friday, a little alternative. I don't know if this is a scheme that like a lot of different companies are signed up to, like businesses and that, but of course Kenny's is my local place, so I'm going to be shouting them out because buy local and they'll plant a tree. Come on, how do you argue with that? So there you go. I did my Black Friday stuff last week. I'm not going to go hard on it this week, but what I will mention is, actually, here's something interesting. Well, not really, but to me, because I don't monetize the streams, this is a terrible way of getting into this. Anyway, I don't monetize the streams, right, because ads are annoying and these streams earn pence. Even if they get like 1,000 views, it's like 8 pence or something, right? So there's no point in you guys putting up ads for that. So I'm doing the Toman affiliate, which has been working out pretty awesome. I don't want to name any names because they might not want me to share that here, but a couple of people have, well, a few people have bought some stuff, but a couple in particular had a large purchase. Someone that, well, I've had guitars bought, I've had pedals bought. You know who you are, and thank you. But someone bought last week a tailor, a beast of a tailor, and I ended up getting like 85 euros out of it, which is unbelievable. That's the most amount of money I've made on this channel in one go ever. So thank you so much for doing that, and this doesn't cost you anything extra. So if you're going to buy from Toman anyway, then please consider using the affiliate link in the description, because it helps keep the lights on around here or whatever. Actually, I'll tell you what it doesn't help. It doesn't help keeping the stream from cutting out. But anyway, right, where are we at? There you go, that's all the, what do you call it? Shilling? Is that shilling? I don't know. Old Man Zen, you started guitar at 6 years old and took lessons till you were 12. Since then, and that's a while, it's been self-taught. Wow, mate. What's your thoughts on that then? 6 years old. That's early 6 years of tuition. That's more than most people get. And then self-taught. Nice one, mate. Robbie F. I keep teaching myself new things like the notes that make up chords and where to find them on each string, but I can still only play a few songs. Robbie, right, I've got you, mate. There's a bit of a trap there. There's like a theory trap where you watch a lot of tutorials. Theory's useful, but it's got to be practical. You've got to use it in something. I'll bet you only know, sorry, you can still only play a few songs, right? Okay. See in the few songs that you can play, right? Next time you're playing them, if you enjoy playing them, try an analytical approach and see if you can recognize things from the theory concepts that you're learning, if you can visualize them on the fretboard and see what you're playing. And then start to experiment with it. So wait a minute, if I'm playing this here, then maybe that means that this is that, and then I can play that over here instead. What if I changed that and made that a minor? You know what I mean? Sorry, it's hard to be non-specific about that, but there's so many things you can do. But yeah, an analytical approach, but I would say it's worthwhile learning some songs. Definitely. Anton, John Robson Guitarist is awesome and his 2 books are amazing. Great value and so much content. There you go, check them out. So tomorrow we've got the premiere thing, so we'll see all about John, both the Johns, Mr. Wines and Mr. Robson. And yeah, John's book, it seems to be highly recommended by anybody who's bought it, so get stuck in there. Cal B, John Robson's Blues Bible has helped me tons as things have begun to come together after nearly 4 years at it. John, if you're watching, you need to copy that comment from Cal there and stick it on your website as a testimonial. You look at that. Amazing. Oh, that just jumped there, but it was Joe. Oh, thank you so much, Cassidy. That's Miss Fester there. She's gave a wee super sticker. You're so kind. Thank you so much. Thank you. You're the best. Too kind. What happened there? Right, we did jump. Thank you very much. I don't know if I'm allowed to say your name, because I know you didn't like people knowing your name. I know it though. Right, we jumped there. I'm pretty sure I've just seen Jojo Fry. And it jumped. There we go. Hey Steve, sorry I missed most of the stream. I got the time wrong though. Don't worry about it. Most of the stream has been cutting off. So what can we do? Because you've told Mum to tune in too. Oh, nice. She'll be watching. She watches this all the time, every week. You know that like that I get every week? Thanks, Mum. There you go. Actually, my father, I believe he's watching. I think he watches, but he doesn't. What's the word? Interact. Well, that's all right. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just glad you're watching, mate. Thank you, mate. What call my dad mate for? Father. There you go. Father. Right. Gary Westcott. Yeah, he's great. Unfortunately for him, he's never getting rid of me. Oh, that's the teacher we were talking about earlier. Nice one, mate. Robbie F. Leave the live stream. That seems rather silly. Yeah, sorry, mate. I'm daft. Seem to be working now. Excellent connection, I'm told. Ian Mason, you find that your teacher teaches me theory far better than YouTube, which helps me understand what I'm doing much more. That's it. It's all about finding the right teacher. Now, actually, you know what? Let's go into the poll results. There's my belly again. So when we looked at the poll, right, we're seeing a lot of comments like this. Not a lot of comments, actually, right, here we go. So, what method has been most effective for you? So check it out. We'll go to the top one, right? So 60% of the vote are identifying with this kind of area here. Self-taught / learning from friends, books and random YouTube videos. I'm going to assume that that's mainly random YouTube videos, but I could be wrong, because I think I probably fit in this category as well as some others too. 28% is either in person or online, one-on-one lessons. 28%, yeah, I fit in there too, because I've had previous experience with one-on-one lessons and group lessons, with Mr. Chris McKean Music being one of the teachers. I've had loads of great guitar teachers. I've been very lucky. And then 5%, that's the lowest. Wait, let's go. Yeah, 5%. Musician, Fender play, or a YouTuber course. 5%. That's lower than I thought. Interesting. And then obviously I always do a daft one. So I'm an AI guitarist. Lessons not necessary. So yeah, other group lessons or something like that, 6%. And then when we get into the comments, thank you all so much, by the way, for voting. How many votes did we get this week? 158. Thank you so much. It's like to see. Look at that. Love when everybody gets involved. There we go. I'm always read out John Robson's comments, so let's read them out. My first chords were D and A7 that you learn from a little booklet which came with my K Student steel string acoustic that was bought from my Ma's Littlewoods catalogue back in '78. After that, I started figuring out where stuff was by necessity. Break an E string and you could play that shaking all over lick, unless you can find the same note. Oh, sorry, you can't play that lick if you've broke a string, unless you can find the same notes on another string, which I did. Bit by bit, I learned the neck this way. My greatest teacher, therefore, was a horrid guitar which kept breaking strings and forced me to learn the neck. There you go. It's worked for Mr. Robson. And I think that's what, I believe that's what his book is. It's chapter 1 is buy a stinking guitar out of a catalogue. I'm joking, of course. But that could work. Maybe not. I'm sure there's better ways these days. But look at the tenacity, the determination. Right, we usually read the comments of the people who are not here. Right, Reelden58, you got a book with your first guitar called Hold Down a Chord, Folk Guitar for Beginners by John Pierce. You learned the basic chords from that book. There was no internet back then, so you made cassette recordings from the radio and kept rewinding the guitar solos to try and copy what they played. I remember being very pleased with myself after I learned the opening lick from Love Grows by Edison Lighthouse, long before I was born. That might have been a couple of years before I was born, but yeah, that's, believe it or not, that's mainly how I learned as well. I mean, I did get lessons, but I did so much by tape, cassette tape. Yeah, fun and games. Wore out many a tape in my time. Right, sorry, I'm going to just go past the ones that have read more, because that means they're long. Right, Flappers, what are you saying? You're self-taught in as much as I never paid for any lessons. I learned the basics from books, magazines and VHS tapes in the 90s. Remember those? Yes, I do. You had the guitarist for Procol Harum's VHS tape. The guy in the shop asked if I like the blues and sold me Buddy Guy's video, which is one of the places I learned the benefits of improvisation. Yeah, it's great to hear everybody's stories. I honestly do really appreciate this. Nathan Champion Music. You had the self-taught starter pack from the early 2000s, Fred Socolo Blues on VHS, and a book on What is a Stratocaster from Woolworths. Your VHS recorder had plenty of use until I discovered Jimi Hendrix Live at Woodstock on DVD. There you go. For songs I enjoyed years ago, but face to face with someone is best. Nice one, mate. Yeah, playing with people. I would advise for everybody to play with people. Everybody play with people all the time. Okay, not all the time, but I mean, do your best. Whoops. Mr. Speed. Oh, nice. I just got that there. Litigator. No, it's not litigator. Almost. If the G was before the 8, that would have been litigator. Anyway, your first guitar lessons was Metal Method guitar lessons that I found in Guitar World magazine. It was on VHS cassettes. There you go. So much VHS. But what I was wanting to say was, there was a few comments. I can't seem to find any, but there was some comments that were saying that, oh, it looks like we've disconnected again. But anyway, some people were saying, oh, wait a minute, we've got another, what do you call it, super chat hanging here. Let's find that. Sorry, I don't get alerted to these things very well. Where are we at? Oh, there's so much in the stream in the live chat. Oh, mate, thank you so much. Al Lindsay, Guitar Gear Safari, you absolute legend. A little something to help keep the lights on. Thank you so much, mate. So appreciated. You're very kind, mate. Hopefully I'll be able to, what do you call it, invest into something that'll help this stream from its poor status that it's on again now. But thank you so much, Al. Hugely appreciated. Cheers. Right, we'll get back to the live in a minute because there's loads of comments. I'm so thankful for you all. But let's speak to the people from the past as well. Right, here we go. Matthew Ware, Patreon subscriptions by certain YouTubers. There we go. John Robson's another one of these guys. There's a load as well. Kamran, Kawish, Bilal, all of the above. Barbara Pape, you soon find out who your true friends are where learning to play. Patience is everything. It takes a few months before you start to play mainly clean chords. It can be for some people, yeah. Darren Gill, you've never had a lesson. It's inevitably why I suck. You figured out tabs at 13 years old and away you went. Good on you, mate. That's it. Sorry, guys, for not reading out all the comments, but as you can see, they've all been replied to. I reply to every comment still. At least I'm trying to still. Right, let's get back to the live, but thank you everybody once again for votes and commenting. Hugely appreciated. Okay. Oh, there's Kranar. Kranar's in as well. Thanks for coming, mate. Kranar Steel Crew. Right, where are we at? Okay, I'm going to go back. I don't know where I was. Just going to jump in somewhere. I don't know where this is. There we go. Scott Bogfoot, you took classical lessons from 3rd to 6th grades. Not a good teacher. She was British and literally wouldn't do anything unless it was Beatles or Queen related. I learned Yellow Submarine and not much more. Right, great. That's exactly what I was looking for. I was going to talk about, in the poll comments, some people had said that they had lessons one-on-one and it didn't work out for them and it put them off and then they ended up learning from YouTube. Few people said that and it's a shame because it's so important that you find the right teacher for you. It doesn't necessarily have to be the same as someone else. Just depends on who you vibe with. Generally the information is all the same. It's how someone's presenting it to you. If it works for you. Yeah, that's a big part of it. And then there's some who probably shouldn't be teaching guitar, you know. I mean, you don't really need any qualifications to teach guitar. Anybody could do it. I technically don't have any guitar teaching qualifications. I mean, I've got a degree in music and I've been teaching guitar for 16 years-ish or something like that, but it's not really a qualification, is it? But anyone can do it. You just need to be kind of good and then start advertising. When you start teaching guitar, you're not the best teacher. You get better through experience. You learn a lot through teaching. That's what I found. Anyway, sorry, I don't know why I'm getting into that. Apologies. Right, what did we get there? Guitar Quackery, how you doing, mate? How much brainstorming do you have to do every week to come up with a live streaming theme for each week? Sorry, I don't know if you got that. I'm going to keep going. Apparently it's going off. Anyway, the trouble is I'm trying to make the streams relevant to the Friday videos, which is not so easy. So, like this week, tomorrow's video is about teaching, guitar teachers. So we're talking about how you learn guitar. But yeah, other weeks it's less relevant. So like the following week, I'm doing another China video. I've actually got a tour of Guitar Street in China. Loads of shops, just a walk through. And I don't know how to do a live stream centered around that. So next week we're probably going to do it about knobs, which is what I was going to do this week. But there you go. Anyway, Chris McKean, Steve was a great student. You always enjoyed teaching him. You liar, mate. You bloody liar. Thank you, mate. Peter Collins, you started with a 70s TV show called Play Guitar with Ulf Goran and the accompanying book, then carried on with books, magazines, and then YouTube. That's probably the most favourite name I've seen in ages. I love that name, Ulf Goran. Love it. Anton, if you flip the video for lefties, wouldn't the sound be the wrong way around too? I'll get... You guy, you. Possibly. Peter Collins, you found times when I made the most progress was when I've been in a band. Yes. That's it. There's something about being in a band, like especially if you've got to learn a set and that kind of thing, where if you're one of 3, 4, 5, however many people in a band, and you've got a rehearsal, you don't want to let other people down. And like what someone else mentioned earlier as well, is that playing with people who are better than you, that brings you up as well. Yeah, playing in a band's great. For your progress, it's one of the best things you can do for your progress as a musician, in my opinion. Dave Fiendish, sorry. Hello, mate. How you doing? Thanks for coming. Robbie F, that's very cool. Sadly, Kenny's is a bit far from me, an ocean away. That is far. Wow, if we're talking about Kenny's, I must be way behind. Sorry. Steve, thoughts on the Behringer Klon? I'm still not a pedal guy. Whether there's any, is the Behringer, sorry for being stupid, right? But I've seen all the hype about the Behringer Klon. because it kind of looks more like the Klon. But there's been a load of them over the past few years on AliExpress and stuff like that. Is the Behringer Klon any more legit than any other clone? I don't know if it is or not. Are clones even that great? I don't know. Who knows? I've never tried one. Maybe they're amazing. You know what? Sorry, I just need to say something. Maybe I'll need to do a video about this or something one day. I'm not the guy for when it comes to tone, like in chasing tone. I'm just not that forensic about it, you know. And pedals and stuff like that. I could never see myself being one of these guys that's buying a new overdrive pedal every week, you know. Always chasing the tone. Anyway, just thought I'd mention that. Sorry, but that's my thoughts on the new Behringer Klon, mate. I don't have much thoughts on it. Sorry, mate. IMA 640 that was. Thanks for asking me, mate. Mississippi Blues, you got the Taylor today, Steve, and it's awesome. Right? I didn't know if you wanted me to mention, but yeah. So it was Mississippi Blues who kindly used the Tollman link to buy a Taylor, which he's happy with. He was going to buy it anyway, and it's on sale for Black Friday. And he used my link, and I got like 84 euros or something out of it. And he got his guitar on sale. That's what you call a win-win-win-win-win-win-win. In my opinion. Scott Bogfoot, lol, flipping the screen for lefties, make sure to copy and flip the vid before adding on-screen text. Yes, that's what I mean, but if you'll know, Scott, you must have done video editing, I think. So you could just, like that whatever the camera one is, you just flip that and everything else should remain intact, hopefully. It's a good idea. Like, see if I was actually doing, I think it's a good idea, if I was doing teaching stuff online. Well done, Carl, for giving me that idea. I'll never do it, but someone should do it. Old Man Zen, if you can convince a child to love guitar or any instrument, there's a cool thing that happens when you grow up with an instrument in your hands. 100%, mate. I mean, I couldn't tell you the opposite experience because I was so lucky to play an instrument as a child. I mean, I was 14 as a child, but I mean, that seems to be the sort of about the right age, I think, to get into stuff. That seems to be when kids get into music as well. You know, they start sort of actually actively listening to bands and showing an interest in music as well. There are outliers, but usually that's the case. And learning an instrument alongside that, where you can play stuff that you're listening to, magical. Where are we at? Oh Man Zen again, even if you're not at great points at self, it's still interesting. It feels like part of you growing up. Couldn't agree more, mate. Calbeat, 2 Johns and a Steve. Yes, that is correct. Yet another Flipper username. There are a lot of good teachers on YouTube. You're rating Alex Farron for knowledge and vibe. Nice guy too, who does more unusual styles. Exactly, mate. So once again, I'm not familiar with that particular guy, but what you just said there sums it all up. So he's got knowledge. Most of the teachers have the knowledge, most of them. But what you're saying there, vibe and nice guy too. That's it. I mean, maybe not everybody thinks that, but that's the guy that resonates with you, you know. So yeah, I totally get it. William Legg, you have tried to shred, but I started too late in life for that. I can play most songs if I had to. Been studying things like harmony, and intervals recently. Definitely better than when I started. Oh, good on you, mate. I was actually thinking about that very, very recently. Is it too late for me to learn how to shred? Am I too old? The problem is that I would never put the time and dedication into it now that I did when I was learning. That's the problem. I would love to though. It would be a great test. I'd need to practice consistently, like at least 3 times a week. Probably for 40 minutes to an hour. And I'd probably have to make videos about it as well. Tracking the progress kind of thing. I don't know. Do I care? Do I care enough to want to shred? Maybe. I've been watching Trey Shreddings, man. Oh man, that guy could play. What a channel. Check him out. Anywho. Calbeat, you're 2/3 of the way to getting your upgrade guitar. 1 more sale to go, but it's the most dear one. Nice one, mate. Good luck. Jojo Fry, Tim Pierce. It was, well, I think it was called Expo 92. It was like Guitarist de Sevilla or something like that, some concert. But it was Joe Satriani, who was my idol at the time, Steve Vai, Nuno Betancourt, who was my idol at the time, Brian May, Joe Walsh, and then Mega Jam towards the end. And man, I wore that tape out. I watched it so much. Phenomenal. Loved it. Anywho, Jojo Fryrocks, I recently signed up to try a free month of Bradley Hall's guitar school, but he's put me off straight away, really, by saying I need to spend an hour a day practicing. Right, there you go. I mean, yeah, that, see, he's wanting results, and he wants you to get results. Is that bad? I could see where it'd be off-putting. I mean, it'd be a kick in the face, wouldn't it? Especially, I don't know what the sales pitch was. I really like his channel, by the way. He's a really funny guy. But I wonder what the sales pitch was. Like, what am I thinking? Like, if he was trying to say it's the fast track to getting better or something. Maybe it is, actually. I mean, if you spend an hour a day, you probably are going to get better than someone who doesn't. But the way he said it as well was so glib. He was like, don't tell me you don't have 1 hour a day. Yeah, that's it. It's a funny one, isn't it? I mean, what I tell the kids in school is try and practice minimum 3 sessions a week, and it depends on what level they're at, but see if they're like just starting, like early days, beginners, and they're young, like 8-year-old, 7-8-year-old kind of thing. I'll say, see if you can do 10 to 15 minutes 3 times a week, minimum. Right? If you can do more than that, great. And always, because they don't get their lesson on the same day every week, they're on a rota. So that I'm in the school and I teach in my wee room, and pupils just come to me all day, sort of in and out, one after the other, but never at the same time, because they can't always miss maths, or they can't always miss geography or whatever, so they get put on a rota system. So I'm in there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and what I'll say to them is, whatever days a week you can practice, it's good if you have a set schedule, but always try to practice on the day that you had your lesson, while it's fresh. And then don't do them like all together. Try not to have one practice once a week, a long one, because if you miss that practice, that's no practice for the week. Try and practice consistently. Little and often is better. When they're older, all that changes is hopefully you can practice more regularly and for longer. That's it, especially if they're doing the grades. Usually there's recommendations as to how long you should practice if you've got a goal deadline in mind. Anyway, but yes, I see what you're saying there, Jojo. I'm sorry, I've got a full-time job, a family and a YouTube channel. No, I don't have an hour every day to do something for myself. Yeah, I could hear that, that's it. But yeah, maybe that should, maybe that should be said before you've, sad I know. I want to see what you were learning. Oh mate, I can actually remember one of the things, We were probably doing like Joe Satriani stuff, and what year would it have been? I'm going to guess it was probably like 15 or 16 at the time, and I'm like 43 now. So whatever the maths is on that, I don't know if I could find out for definite. You know what, mate, it was when you first started at, you basically just started. You were just there at not Sound Control, Stage 2000, because Nick Andrew had just left and went to London to live in his car. And you just started, we got a letter, like all the students got a letter saying, sorry, Nick Andrew is leaving, but we'll have a new tutor coming in, Chris McKean. So I basically just continued on. So I would have been one of your first pupils at Stage 2000, mate. If that helps. Cassidy says Cassidy kens his stuff, pure legend. Thank you, Cass, you're very kind. Knobs, love the China shop videos. Sorry, I have no idea where we are on the stream. Stuff must be cutting out all the time. For everybody who stayed, thank you so much for sitting through this. I'm so thankful that this is probably cutting off and everybody's sticking about. Me, myself and I, also known as some really unique name. If I remember correctly, watching a video about neurology, and he said the best way to learn is pressure, forcing yourself to learn things to move forward. Kind of like how students learn the most right before a test. Actually, I don't know what you're talking to in relation to, but something worth checking out. I've actually used some of this in my lessons at school. Justin Sanderco did, see if you can find this on YouTube. He did a video a few years ago on neuroplasticity, which is very interesting watch. Basically talking about how there was some science that was saying there's optimum condition that your brain, optimum state that your brain needs to be in to sort of absorb and learn things and be able to, maybe also something with motor skills if you're struggling on a particular lick or something like that. So there's a way to fast track activate it, and it's by doing something that puts you off balance. So something like if you're struggling with something that you're trying to play, watch Justin's video, right? It's going to be so much better than this. But anyway, if you're struggling to play something, go away and like try and do, I don't know, standing on one leg for like a minute or something like that. So that sort of thing that your brain has to do to keep you there, that's the state that your brain needs to be in to absorb and sort of get this results going. I've experimented with it and it does kind of work. It's worked in lessons as well. Anyway, check it out. I thought it was quite interesting. Sorry, I'm just picking out random comments now, I think. Paul Taylor, yes, being in bands was a massive challenge and improvement in my playing and concerted effort required. Yes. Guitar Quackery, I like the jam tracks from Elevated Jam Tracks. Me too, he's phenomenal. What a player he is as well. See the solos he does at the end of all his videos, they're like some of the best playing on the tubes. Love it. Search for Tone, you just bought a whole mess of stuff from Sweetwater. You'll be paying this thing off long after my channel goes underwater. Nice one, mate. Good on you. Hope you got some nice Black Friday deals. Oh, Guitar Quackery, you're actually having a difficult time processing a recorded video of a right-handed player. For me, it would be easier to flip that image to make it look like a mirror image on the screen. There you go. So, sorry, Guitar Quackery, I didn't even realise that you were a lefty. Sorry about that. Should have known, but yeah, so there you go. The two lefties that have chimed in so far are saying that would be useful. There's something in that, folks. There's something in it, I'm sure of it. I mean, you're obviously, do your own lesson content that you normally do, put it up on your main channel, and then have a side lefty channel. I think it's genius. Whoops. Sorry, jumping on again here. I think the chat's just jumped again here. Richard Clark, you bought the Steve Morse Engel 20 and now fret crowning files are only 50% at Stu Max. Your willpower is barely hanging on. Good on you, mate. Actually, I bought the Stu Max membership thing about 3 years ago when Phil McKnight was doing some deal on it. I bought something when I first got the membership, and then I think I've paid like £60 a year going on and never used it again, so I need to cancel that. Careful of these things, people. Jojo Fry, 3 practice sessions a week sounds much more practical and realistic. I mean, basically you just have to do whatever works for you, but you also need to realise that, I mean, like what Bradley's saying is, an hour a day is going to get your results faster, you know, but it's maybe not, what's the word you said there, yeah, realistic. Yeah, you've got to do what's realistic for you. But there's something to be said for breaks as well, so. Steve Zero, you went through a shred phrase, been there, done that, wore the t-shirt, hammering out 9 notes per second. Nice one, mate. You spent time counting them, now I'm back to playing normally. Nice one, mate. Wish I could play normally. Where are we at? Chris, yeah, OG stage student, that's right. I'll have to apologise, mate. I don't think I stayed too long though. Like, maybe a year. I'm not sure. Al Lindsay, you went in the loft the other day and found your old VHS cassettes of the Night of Guitar tour featuring Leslie West, Steve Howe, Randy California and more. That was so inspiring to your playing. There you go. VHS is the way forward, people. Right, I think I've caught up with the chat and now I'm going to do some housekeeping. That's the word I was looking for earlier on, not cleaning up the shop. What was I talking about? Right, I did write a list, right, so I want to make sure that I got through all my stuff. Here's what my list looks like on list cam. There you go. Right, so having on about most effective guitar lessons. Hello, talking about the format, we did that. It's Thanksgiving today apparently, or maybe that was yesterday. So that's a thing. If you're watching on catch up, yeah, put in your favourite guitar YouTube channels and teachers. Yeah, guitar teaching channels, because it might be useful for someone else. Scott Bogfoot, wait, what? Did Steve just tell us to practice on one leg? Okay, my next video will be on one leg. No, Scott, Justin Guitar did, not me. Give him the blame for everything. I may or may not have got that information wrong. Right, so talk about tomorrow's video. Right, there is something to tell you about tomorrow's video that's important. Kinda. So tomorrow is a premiere, right? If you're not familiar with what premieres are, let me explain. It's a pre-recorded video, so John Robson is just like the best, right? I had a massive disaster with all my PC dying and losing loads of video projects. Like, it's like about 12 video projects I was kind of like in various stages of having edited, all gone. And then I was going week to week. What I'll do is, here's the format. 3 guitar teachers, 3 questions. Myself, John Robson, the old grey guitarist John Wines. It's a pre-recorded video, so what the premiere is, we can watch it together. So, kind of like the live stream chat, I'll be in the chat. I don't know, I doubt John Robson will be able to make it, because he generally it's curry time after his live stream on Friday, which you check out 5 PM. So at 6 PM tomorrow, UK, it's the premiere. We'll be in the chat, and here's the important part. We may do a follow-up live stream in future with the 3 of us on either of the John's channels. And if you've got any questions that you want to ask, or you want any of us to answer, then write them in the comments section, right? But not of the live chat. Write them in the comments section of like where you would do it on catch-up, like the main part of the video. And if we get a lot of comments and a lot of questions, whichever ones sort of get the most likes, that's the ones that we'll try and answer on a future live stream. TBC. That's the plan. It may or may not happen, but all depends on how it goes. So if you can get along to that, chuck in some likes, comments in the live chat and in the pre-record and in the main comment section, it'd be hugely appreciated. Back to the notes. Is there anything else I missed? Oh yeah, Black Friday, Green Friday at Kenny's, we did that. Next week on the live stream, there's a chance we might be having a wee celebration. We might be having a wee channel celebration party next week. All depends on how the numbers go this week, we'll see. And it's probably going to be a live stream about knobs as well, because there's just too much fun to be had in a live stream about knobs. Right, so yeah, the other thing is that I'm still struggling a bit with the channel. I'm still behind with all the content. And a big thanks to John and talking about the live stream, the comments. Another thing is I've got a gig tomorrow, Saturday night. A gig Saturday night, and I'm testing out something new. I took a load of gig footage recently, videos that I couldn't use because the audio was stinking. So I've hopefully got a solution for that, where I'm going to be able to get good recordings straight from the desk and mix it with the camera recordings, hopefully. So we'll see. I'm going to test that tomorrow. That's something I'm looking forward to doing. Toeman links, thank you if you check them out. And also I'll maybe save up for another time. I'll save up for next week. Right, that's everything. Thanks for coming. Thank you all so much for coming, especially the people who've stuck around through this stream going on and off. I'm going to have to see how bad it was. Oh, sorry. Don't know how I can fix it either. If anybody's got any ideas how I can fix it, let me know. But we'll read some more comments. Let's read some more comments. Sorry, I can't help myself. I just hate ignoring people. Yet another flipping username. An hour doesn't have to be in one chunk. 5 minutes each time you're waiting for the kettle to boil. Watching a bit of YouTube or TV, etc. soon adds up. Yes, I think that, I mean, for some things, I think that I'll work on like a physical exercise thing. Something that you're working on, kind of practicing, getting some motor skills kind of happening. Muscle memory, but in terms of sort of working on and experimenting with concepts and things like that, you need a bit longer for sessions, in my opinion. You kind of need a mix. Graham Campbell, what are you saying? Your latest video is an easy but effective warm-up exercise if it's useful to anybody. Check it out, people. If you need a warm-up, and we do need a warm-up at this time of year, especially if you're in Scotland. This is what I say to a lot of my students at this time of year. We kind of usually look at warm-ups again because it's important. It is important, especially as you get older. Most people that I'm teaching are not older. Jojo Fry Rocks, you have work during the day, which usually means a lot of meetings in between trying to get stuff done, and someone needs to cook and clean and all those other things I do in the spare 5 minutes. There you go. Right, Jojo, if you're not able to manage the 5 minutes, I don't know what lesson program's going to be for you. Sorry, but no, I do hear what you're saying. It can be tricky. You just got to sort of maybe take it when you can, eh? That's a problem I've got, actually. Right, one last thing, because this came up in the comments as well. One-on-one lessons, like my pal Chris McKean here that I used to go to, I actually really enjoyed one-on-one lessons, and I would love to go to them again. But now being on the other side of the coin, doing teaching myself, I know that I would be wasting another guitar teacher's time by going to their lessons, because I know that I can't commit to consistent practice these days anymore. Because unfortunately, it's just not important enough to me. I wish it was, but I'm focusing on other things. Like I'm focusing on this channel, I'm focusing on this channel. That's basically it. But yeah, you know what I mean? So I wish there was more time for playing guitar. I'm actually missing playing guitar a bit. Teaching doesn't help you play guitar. You have a guitar in your hand for more of the day than people who are not teaching guitar, but you're not necessarily getting better. Anywho, right, sorry, I don't want to leave on a downer. Let's just say cheerio and thank you everybody for coming. You're all the best. Right, let's get out of here. Hopefully see you tomorrow for the premiere. I'll be in the live chat, so I'll comment away if you're there. Hopefully John Wines, I've not told John, but I'll invite John Wines and John Robson to come to the premiere and be in the chat tomorrow. I doubt they'll make it, but if not, remember, stick things in the chat. Right, thanks y'all. Oh wait a minute, I've got something new to try. Right, I'm going to try this out, something new, you ready? So what do I do again? Yeah, thanks for watching. Until next time, see you later. Did it work? I know you can probably still hear us, but I tried that out. I hope that worked. I know I'm still talking and it makes it weird, but now it gives me time to press like end stream. Right, this is what you call like, what do you call it? Outtakes at the end. Just me blathering shit. Sorry. Right, see you later. Cheerio. Let's get out of it. Oh, wait a minute. Right, no.